Do you want to become friends with The Ride Show? Check us out on Facebook. Look for The Ride Show. Still to come on The Ride Show, what are Kiefer Sutherland and Paul Walker driving around in these days? We'll take a look at their vehicles and the all-purpose hauling luxury truck, the Honda Ridgeline. But first, JD Power & Associates named the Lexus RX the best entry luxury SUV in 2001, 2004 and 2005 in initial quality surveys. We jumped on a plane and headed to San Diego to spend time with Lexus Vice President David Nordstrom to look at the 2010 Lexus RX.
We're in sunny San Diego for our next ride, and we've come to the Torrey Pines Golf Course. Now, this golf course, if you know anything about golf, is one of the most prestigious golf courses in the United States. The new RX is here. It's from Lexus, it's a 2010 model, and we're going to take a look at some of the really fine rebuilds from the ground up, some of the great technology on the inside. But let's start opening up that hood and seeing what engines are available in this 2010 RX. So now we have the hood open of the 2010 Lexus RX, and we're joined by David Nordstrom. You are the Vice President of Marketing for Lexus?
Yes.
And you're going to tell us a little bit about this engine. So, all new and all fabulous.
This is our RX 350. It's got a V6, 275 horsepower engine, and it's got a 6-speed automatic transmission, a sequentially shift transmission. And we also have a RX 450H, which is our hybrid engine, and that's actually got 295 horsepower. It's got 3 electric engines. It's got 1 engine for the transmission and for the starter. It's got another engine to drive the front wheels, and the all-wheel drive has a 3rd engine in the back that's for the rear-wheel drive, but also for regenerative braking.
Now, this vehicle, although all new from the ground up and some great new technologies, has some things in there that are different from any other vehicle I've seen in the past, and that is things like the dampening underneath.
Yeah, this vehicle, actually both vehicles, the 350 and the 450, both have a significant amount of dampening underneath, but you can see it on the front here too. With Lexus, we do a lot of things to reduce noise, road noise. So you can see on the top of the engine, you can't really see the engine. It's because we have the dampening up here. But also on the other undercarriage, there's dampening underneath the vehicle, and also on the inside of the vehicle that there's road dampening. But also inside the wheel wells, there's felt lining in there that also reduces some of the road noise. All with the goal of reducing as much noise as possible to make the cabin noise to a minimal level.
From under the hood of the new Lexus RX to the exterior, we asked David to start up front and tell us how the new generation has changed.
Yes, the all-new RX has a couple features with the headlights. One, we have an option of auto-dimming headlights, so when another car is coming onto you, the headlights will automatically dim. And we also have articulating headlights, which we had on the previous generation. But with this generation, what we've done with the articulating headlights, which turn when you're turning around a corner, what they will do is they'll anticipate where you're going to be a few seconds down the road. So depending on your speed and the turn angle of the steering wheel, the headlights will turn a certain amount so you can see where you're turning around the corner.
Like all good luxury SUVs, the RX comes with several wheel options.
So we have 18-inch wheels, which you see here, and 19-inch optional wheels, and we also have a unique wheel for the RX 400H.
I don't know about you, but I love clean pants when I'm driving an SUV.
Previous generation RX, the rocker panel, actually when you open the door there was still rocker panel left there. So what we've done now is we've extended the door down so all the exterior of the car is covered by the door panel. So when you open the door panel, you get in and it's all clean when you're getting in. So you won't have any more dirty pant legs when you're getting in the RX.
At the tail end of the new RX, some shenanigans are afoot with windshield wipers and with the vehicle antenna.
We've actually taken the windshield wiper, and it used to be down below on the windshield. We moved it up so it's hidden in the spoiler, so you don't even see the windshield wiper unless it's activated. And also we've taken the antennas, like you said, we took the AM and FM antenna and put them up in the spoiler so they're hidden from view and you never see them. Another thing that's on the back of the RX, though, is something that we really pioneered that was a first in the industry, is a rear backup camera. So we continue to have the backup camera on the RX. And it will work either if you have a navigation system, it will show on the navigation screen. But if you don't have a navigation system, it'll show in the rear view mirror. So you'll actually see what when you're backing up. LED taillights, they come on a fraction of a second sooner than the regular taillights, so it's a little bit of a safety feature, but also they use less energy when you use LED headlights.
From the new features and hidden wipers on the back to the inside, the navigation system has some interesting changes for this generation.
So you look at the navigation system that really was on the dash, on the center console. We've moved it back up on the dash so it's better in the line of sight for the driver to be able to see the road and the navigation screen at the same time. But in doing that, we gave a great feature for this new RX, is we've moved the controls for the navigation down right next to them on what we call our remote touch device. And the remote touch device gives the driver the ability to keep their hand in a very natural position and use a remote touch device, which is very similar to a mouse, which most people are used to using, and it's very easy to make changes to where they want to go when they're using the navigation screen.
Well, this is America after all, and bigger is better. I'm not talking about the deficit, I'm talking about the room in the inside of the new RX. And it also comes with front-side cameras.
There is a lot more room in this new RX. It's more room both interior where the passengers are sitting, but also we've got more rear cargo space. We've added double wishbone suspension in the back, so that gives more cargo space in the back, which our drivers have asked us. This vehicle has so many different ways to control the different features of the vehicle. So if you want to change the navigation system, or you change the radio, or change the temperature, you can do it by touching buttons, because we've left buttons in for most of those controls, or you can do it with voice recognition. This vehicle has one of the most advanced voice recognition systems in the world, so you can talk in natural language and ask it to raise the temperature, or to find your favorite Mexican restaurant, or do a number of things like that. But you can also use different controls to do the same thing. The same with the audio system. You can use voice recognition, or you can use the regular controls.
Wow, a car that knows my favorite Mexican restaurant? Does it know that I like flouters too? That has definitely got to be a why to buy. Here are some more whys to buy the Lexus RX.
Well, thank you to David Nordstrom, Vice President of Lexus, coming out today and showing us around the 2010 RX. Here are some whys to buy. First of all, a new vehicle from the ground up and engineered by Lexus. On the outside, has all the finesse and the niceness and the exoticness that you expect to go with a Lexus. On the inside, that technology, absolutely outstanding. That remote touch device, the first time we've seen this. And certain things like the engine are going to keep this vehicle as the #1 selling luxury SUV for Lexus in the United States. You have the hybrid and you have the regular engine. Your choice, along with the all-wheel drive. Those are some reasons to buy the 2010 Lexus RX.
Porsches are all the rage in Hollywood. We'll check out what the stars are driving and give you a look at a Porsche SUV that's king of the rally. And brawny meets brains. Charge into new territory with a half-ton of muscle, a burly backbone, and intelligent innovations. We'll take a weekend test drive of the 2009 Honda Ridgeline. That and much more when the Ride Show comes back for Lap 4.